Hi guys, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about perfume again. I have a newer fragrance brand to share with you guys. The brand is called Be Layered, and they have a lot of different types of scents. They have their own original creations. They have inspiration perfumes that are inspired by very mainstream popular fragrances, and then they also have their single note fragrances. So they have like the caramel, vanilla, coconut, strawberry, pineapple, all kinds of different single note fragrances, and so they're great for layering together to kind of make your own type of scent. That is part of why the brand is called Layered, and they actually reached out to me and wanted to do a collaborative video. So today's video is sponsored by this brand. I think it's really awesome. I heard of this brand before they reached out to me, so I was super excited that they wanted to work with me. And you guys know I'm always going to be honest with you, give you my honest opinion, and I'm not going to tell you I like something if I don't. So they did send me 4 fragrances, so I am going to talk about them and which ones I like, which ones are not my favorite. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe down below if you're new. I'd love to do lifestyle and beauty and perfume videos, all kinds of different stuff here on my channel. I really hope that you guys will stick around. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And don't forget to come join me on Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description box down below. Let's just get into the perfumes. So I'm gonna grab my 2 favorite ones first. Before I forget, the other really awesome thing about this brand is the fact that they're so affordable. Perfume can get really pricey, and I love designer fragrance, but it's so expensive sometimes. And I love that they have like dupes in their brand for a lot of those perfumes because they can be a little bit more pricey. I think all of these range from between $20 and $50, $60, which is really amazing. These first 2 that I'm going to talk about are my 2 favorite scents out of the 4 that I was sent. The first one, which is probably my favorite out of all of them, is First Kiss, and this perfume is actually inspired by Perfumes de Marly Delina. I've heard several people that I follow on YouTube talk about Delina, mainly Demi Rawling. She's raved about it so much, and I've been wanting to try it for forever, but it's really, really, really pricey. So I haven't even had the chance to smell it, but apparently this is supposed to be an inspiration of that fragrance, which I think is really cool because from what I've heard, people say that it is a really great dupe, and I love it. Out of all 4 of these, it's probably my favorite. So I do want to read you the notes that Be Layered has on their website for each of these perfumes. So for First Kiss, the notes are rhubarb, lychee, nutmeg, Turkish rose, peony, Petalia, vanilla, cedar, vetiver, cashmere, musk, and incense. So quite a few notes. I definitely smell a little bit of that sourness from the rhubarb. It doesn't come through how you think it would, because I remember Demi talking about that and thinking it would be too overpowering, but it goes really well with this perfume. And I do smell some rose and peony in there for sure, which personally I really like. There's something about that mixture of the rose and the peony together that smells beautiful. Peonies are my favorite flower, and I also love the scent of them. I also smell a little bit of that vetiver and cedar in there too. It has like that woodsy undertone and the floral notes mixed with that sour rhubarb note, and then the lychee. It just smells really good, and I do feel like I smell most of the notes that are listed, which I feel like can be rare sometimes. Sometimes they end up being completely different than you expect, but really love First Kiss. My next favorite is called, I'm not going to curse on my channel. It says F me, the F word. Anyways, this scent is a lot more of like a dark, deep, like nighttime scent. I would personally say, like, I would wear this at nighttime more, but I am wearing this actually right now, and it dries down really nicely. One thing that I didn't mention about the First Kiss perfume is that one lasts really well. Like, I was actually surprised, especially considering how affordable these fragrances are, how will it last? Because, you know, if you go to like Victoria's Secret or you get a celebrity fragrance or just like more affordable perfumes, for some reason they just tend to not last as long in my experience. And these are affordable and they last really well. At least the ones that I've tried, and I find that First Kiss lasts really beautifully. So the notes for this one are mandarin, vanilla, jasmine, ginger, ambergris, I think that's how you say that, and sandalwood. I definitely smell the vanilla. I need like some coffee beans to clear my nose because I'm just like sitting here sniffing these forever. I'm just kind of like getting used to the scents. But I definitely smelled the vanilla in this and maybe a little bit of sandalwood and ginger. There's something there that adds a little kick to it, and I'm not exactly sure if it's maybe the ginger or the mandarin or something, but mostly I do smell vanilla in this one, which I really like. I personally love vanilla. I love vanilla in my perfumes, especially when it's mixed with other things. So yeah, I really like this one too. Those are my two favorites. And then we have two more. I have Dolled Up and Paris Nights. So let's talk about Dolled Up first because this one is my least favorite out of all of these. This one is another imitation one, like the first one that I talked about. This is inspired by YSL Supreme Bouquet, which I have never smelled, but there's something about this. First, let me just read the notes. The notes in this are tuberose, fruity notes, which I definitely smell, ylang ylang, jasmine, amber, patchouli, musk, pear, and pink pepper. The tuberose being the first note, and then immediately afterwards having those fruity notes and that pear. There's something about it that just does not appeal to me when mixed with, I guess it's the patchouli. To me, it smells almost like a powdery undertone, which I personally am not a fan of powdery fragrances. That patchouli just throws me off. To me, it just smells quite a bit older, more mature, and that patchouli to me comes across very like powdery. And I do generally like patchouli in fragrances, but I guess I haven't very often smelled a fruity patchouli, which apparently is a very common type of fragrance. So a lot of people do like it. So maybe you would like it if you like fruity patchoulis, but I guess it's not something that I lean towards, at least not in this one. So yeah, definitely not my favorite one. I don't really have much else to say about it. I've kind of already been rambling, and that's just not my personal preference. And I am always going to be honest with you guys, even if they're working with me on this video, I'm still going to be honest about the fragrances and let you guys know if I don't like one. You know, I'm not going to lie or tell you guys something that I don't believe myself. This is genuinely a brand that I believe in, and I have been interested in it before they even reached out to me. Anyways, I kind of went off topic, but hopefully the lighting isn't getting weird in here. It looks different to me right now, so I'm sorry if it's like weird, but the last perfume that we have here is Paris Nights. It is a really nice scent, and this one was actually inspired by Mon Guerlain. I think that's how you say it. That's a perfume that has been on my wish list for a really long time now, and I actually end up getting a sample. So I have smelled Mon Guerlain before, and I loved it. I really enjoyed that type of fragrance. Let me read you guys the notes before I continue. So the notes in this are Tahitian vanilla, romantic lavender, coumarin, I'm not exactly sure how to say that, powdery iris, Australian sandalwood, succulent jasmine sambac, bergamot, benzoin, Victorian licorice, earthy patchouli, and soft rose. So there are quite a few notes in this perfume. And this one does smell really nice. There's something about that like musky type of fragrance, even though musk isn't listed on this list. I think it's that vanilla and the lavender together that I do really like. It's definitely like a very warm, cozy type of scent. There's nothing sharp or intense or overpowering in this. To me, it's like a very warm, cozy scent. I feel like this is great for the fall, but really all year round. I know a lot of people say that Mon Guerlain, it's great in like the springtime. I feel like this is so cozy, it would be great for the fall. But again, I feel like this could be a signature scent that you wear all year round. I just don't think this is an exact dupe for Mon Guerlain, but I would say it's about an 80 to 90% dupe. The only difference to me is that Mon Guerlain is a little bit sweeter, I would say. I'm not even sure if it has fruity notes in it, but I feel like it's more like fruity or floral or something that comes through a little stronger that makes it smell more sweet. And in this one, I smell the vanilla a little bit more and the lavender too. I feel like this one's very heavy on the vanilla, and the lavender I smell as well, but it's not as strong. And it's just a very cozy, warm scent, which I really like. I really like this one, even though I did pick out those first two as like my two favorite. The more I smell this one, the more I like it. Like I said, I would say it's about an 80 to 90% dupe from Mon Guerlain. Not the exact same, but it is more affordable. So